Good morning, guys. This is Miss Goss. I would like to go over some things with you about Punnett Squares. First of all, um, genotypes, giving you examples of those would be um, using the letter combinations for a trait. So, for instance, here we've got round, and capital R is for the dominant trait, which is, like we said in the notes, the stronger one, and the lowercase is the recessive for a blockhead. So, if we're going to do one, for instance, capital R, that is going to be round head, okay? Because it's got both capital letters in it, okay? If we have one that's capital R, lowercase r, and that, as you remember yesterday, is um, heterozygous, okay? That means it's got one capital, one lowercase. They're different, okay? So that's still going to be round, and the reason being is you have that one capital letter there, okay? And then the final type is the homozygous recessive, okay? And I always put a line over my lowercase letters. That way I know, because whenever I get to writing quick, sometimes you can't tell the difference between a capital letter and a lowercase, especially on letters like O's and M's and things like that. Okay, if they've got both lowercase letters based on my characteristic here, okay, I have a blockhead. And the only way I can get a blockhead is if I have both of those lowercase letters present. Okay? And these are my genotypes. This right here, how they actually appear, is my phenotype. Okay, and that's physically how it looks. And I always remember pH and physical both start with that pH. The phenotype and physical start with pH. Okay. Next thing, what I want to do is I want to go over how to do a Punnett square. And this is just to show you how you would get possible crosses. Okay, the possible outcomes of your offspring. Okay, so let's say we've got capital R, lowercase r as the mother, and the father is also capital R, lowercase r. That's the dad. Okay. Um, if you know whether it's a mother and a father, if they tell you, okay, then the female, the mother, goes on top, okay, and the father goes on the side. So this is the male. This right here is my female, okay, and those are the symbols for male and female. This is male. This is female. And those of you that play video games, some of my kids in the past have told me those are used sometimes in video games as symbols as well. So while you fill in your Punnett square, you bring what's on top down, what's on the side across. So in my first block, I have capital R, lowercase r. My second block here, I'm going to bring this capital letter over and my lowercase down. And the reason I put my capital letter first, that stands out to me. Hey, Miss Goss, that is my dominant trait. That's the trait that's going to show up. Okay? I know on Study Island they won't mark it wrong if you put the lowercase letter first. But like I said, for me, and I think Miss Gilmer that you will have in biology in high school, I think she also likes for you to put those capital letters first, okay? Here, we bring the capital letter down, the lowercase letter across. And then finally, in my last block, we have both lowercase letters. So now we got to figure out what is our probability of having the different types of heads, okay? So for my phenotype, that is physically how the trait is going to appear, okay? I have 3 boxes that have a capital R. And remember, I said over here, the capital R stands for round, okay? So I have 3 out of 4, or I could say 75% chance of having a round head. And then I have 1 out of 4, or 25% of having a block head. Okay? Quick way to check it, add these 2 up. If you get 100%, you're good. If you don't get 100, then you've done something wrong and you need to go back and check it, okay? So if you come up with like 125 or just 75, that's when you need to go back and check and look over. If you want to see your genotype probability, I have 1 out of 4 capital R, which that's going to be 25%.